Shit. What's up, NERDVENGERS? Hope you guys are doing well. Yeah, I'm running a little behind. My bad. On my way to the tower right now. On my way. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. It's going to be a good show today. We're going to talk about Spider-Mans. We're going to talk about Spider-Mans. We're going to drop some stuff in the Nerdcoin store. We might do a raffle for an NFT. And we're going to talk about all the juicy info from that awesome Empire magazine article about Spider-Man No Way Home. Some juicy details coming out in that. It's going to be real fun. It's going to be real fun. There's also a plethora. Very rare you get to use that word, plethora. There's a plethora of Marvel news that dropped yesterday. A lot of fun stuff that we will get into. My apologies about the delay. I'm almost there. I'm pulling into the tower right now. I'll see you guys in a second. Smash that like button. Just be ruthless with it. Just give it an elbow. Smash it. And we're in it. And we're here. You smashed your screen? Oh man, that sucks. Sorry. I hope you had that insured. Should be a good VV drop today too. I see some people saying in the chat it's going to be a juicy one. If you guys can try to give me a little reminder, that would be sick. I don't even know which one it is today, but I want it. That's all I know. Speaking of that, pretty cool info that dropped yesterday about VV. For the crazy coming Disney Plus Day, which is November 12th, which is, believe it or not, guys, right around the corner. I know, what the hell, 2021? Did somebody leave the fast forward button on 2021 pushed down? Anyone else have that feeling? Anybody else have that feeling of like, holy mother-loving love of mothers, banana nut muffin on a Sunday morning? Where did 2021 go? Feels like this year flew by at light speed. November 12th, right around the corner, just a couple of weeks from now, massive Disney Plus Day. Some of the information that came out yesterday, some of the Powers of X today. Let's go. Gotta get it. Some of the news that came out yesterday, and there were, again, a plethora of news bits that came out yesterday, and we will get into some of those today as well. I expect a lot of that stuff to be sort of talked about on the November 12th Disney Plus Day. That's going to be a huge day, bruh. We're going to be doing all sorts of nerd-venging. Get your sleep, get your water, you know what I mean? Get some coffee, get some energy drink, whatever you got to do. Holy crap. That's going to be a wild day. I think we will probably stay up and do a watch party of at least the Book of Boba Fett thing. But then, like, we're going to have to, you know, maybe at 6 that night or whatever, we'll do another massive watch party just going through a lot of the stuff. It's wild, bro. There's so much going on that day. Alfonso, welcome to the NERDVENGERS. You are a NERDVENGER now. And it's so good to see you joining up. Make your way around the tower. Give Susan a high five. Punch Chet in the gut. You know. Do all the things, man. It's good to see you. You've been a long-time watcher. It's cool to see you join the NERDVENGERS. Appreciate you, brother. So that day, guys, is going to be massive for content. We're going to be doing some videos. We're going to be doing some streams, watching stuff together. But, strangely enough as well, Vivi, who, oh man, so cool. A lot of us are what I would call early adapters for Vivi. Right? Like, we've been on it, you know, relatively early. I think there's only a couple 100,000, maybe 300,000 VV accounts max. We're pretty early developer or early adapters to that. Man, huge announcement yesterday. Huge announcement yesterday. Oh, yeah, Gavon, I will definitely get into that. We're going to do Q&A. We'll do that towards the end of the show. I see your question. I appreciate your question. I will get to it in the back half of today's stream. That Vivi is doing exclusive drops for Disney Plus Day that day as well. So, man, whoo, craziness, right? Like, I want to get some Star Wars stuff, you know, even just anything Disney I feel like will pop, will have like long-term value, be able to flip it, etc., etc. So that's going to be a massive day. Very cool to grab up some of those NFTs on that day, okay? So, where should we begin today? Where should we begin today? You know, I have a poll up right now, and 73% of you guys say no on the trailer, okay? And you're probably right. You know what I mean? Like, you're probably right. Oh, snap. Alfonso upgrading. Going crazy over there, Alfonso. Going crazy. Appreciate you, brother. Okay, how about this? Before we get into talking about Spider-Man trailer, let me just say a couple of different things, okay? Today, at 1 p.m., we're going to do our NERDVENGERS stream like we always do. But I wanted to talk about comic book writing, my comic book, and just give a little bit of advice. A lot of people on the Discord were sort of asking me about writing comics and just writing in general. And I'm in kind of I'm in like sharing info and talking about my book kind of a mood. So today at 1 p.m. with the NERDVENGERS, we'll of course talk about what's going on with the channel and just see what's on your guys' mind, as we always do. But I do want to get into talking about comic book writing and the comic that I'm working on right now that I'm very, very excited about. So we'll do that at 1 p.m. And I also want to say, Saturday at 10 a.m., 10 in the morning, 10 a.m. in the morning, we're doing a watch party and we're watching cartoons. It's going to be NERDVENGERS only. Okay, NERDVENGERS only. We'll do it Saturday morning. I just feel bad. Missed the stream Monday or whatever. So if you are a NERDVENGER member and you feel like doing some Saturday morning cartoons with us, come on by Saturday morning. We're gonna watch some cartoons. I'm gonna put up a poll later today where we will see the votes for it and everything like that. It's gonna be dope. I'm gonna get a big old thing of cereal, man. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna be like a little boy once again and watch a ton of cartoons. And I should mention as well that Monday, because it'll be the end of the month, Monday, we're going to do something pretty juicy. We're going to give away the $200 GameStop gift card. We give away a $200 GameStop gift card every month to a NERDVENGER member. All you got to do is be a member to enter, and you'll see how that goes on Monday. But I'm also going to do something pretty juicy, and I'm going to give away double Nerd Coin. So Monday, and I'm going to do this as a first of the month, the first stream of each month now. Normally you get 100 Nerd Coin for each dollar I think you spend super chatting. On Monday, it will be, I will double that. So you'll get 200 Nerd Coin for every dollar that you super chat. So you find some coins in the couch or something, throw a little super chat in or whatever, you'll get double the Nerd Coin. Stock up. We like to keep the store stocked with fun stuff. We're dropping a couple items today. So yeah, a lot of cool stuff happening on Monday. I think it's gonna be juicy. Okay, announcements out of the way. Now, let's talk about this trailer. A lot of y'all are like, nah, fam, we ain't getting that trailer. Okay? I get it, and you're probably right. But there is an account out there who got the last trailer right that is saying that we will get a trailer today sometime in the afternoon. I don't know if that's true. I don't know. I'm telling you guys the truth, and the honest truth is I do not know. I'm personally going to keep a lookout for it. It wouldn't surprise me if we got the trailer today. If we don't get the trailer today, there's other people saying you will not get this trailer before Eternals. You will not get this trailer before the Morbius trailer comes out. There's a lot of like conflicting sort of reports out there. I think at the end of the day, we don't know. You know what I mean? We don't know. We don't 1,000% know. There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. You know, reported conflict between Marvel and Sony. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. It's a crazy world that we live in. But what we did get today, and I want to take a look at this with you guys right now, is that very epic teased out Empire Magazine article. Big old info drop. A lot of fun stuff in there. There's this segment right here from the article that I want to discuss with you guys because I think it's pretty interesting. But I also want to show you just some of these high-res photos that are out there. And just kind of talk about this for a second because there's some really fun stuff out here. This one's not too earth-shattering to me, but this one's pretty freaking cool, okay? Now, if I'm being honest with you guys, the Alfred Molina that we saw in the trailer number 1, right? When I saw that, I was like, okay, but you can do better than that, you know? It didn't look all that great to me. Do you guys remember? Like, you let me know in chat. Like, do you agree or disagree? Do you think he looked great in the first trailer? Am I crazy? Or do you agree that it was like it was just a little off? You know what I mean? A little off. To me, it was a little off. You know? It just didn't look like the CGI was completely finished on it, okay? But this still right here. I mean, man, oh man. This is like that de-aging technology, but like a total clean finish of the VFX. Okay? As we understand it, they are still adjusting and upgrading the visual effects for the movie currently right now. But this, to me, this is incredible, man. Like, the arms look better. The detail on them look fantastic. He looks more like the one we saw from the old Spider-Man movie. So, like, they're probably in that stage of VFX right now where they're, like, super duper cleaning stuff up. And, like, to me, like, this is just, this is good. You know what I mean? Like, this is happy Josh. You know what I mean? I like this a lot. I see Diamond Joe talking about pop collar. Yeah. So we talked about this last night in the gaming stream. Shout out to everybody that came. Well, I guess it was just our Wednesday night stream. Shout out to everybody that was at the stream last night. We're going to be doing that on Wednesdays from now on, guys. We stream at 6 p.m. We don't have a 10:30 stream. We have a 6 p.m. stream. And it was really fun. We went over some of the news yesterday. We read a comic book. We read Darkhold #1 together, which was really fun. And then we played some games, man. And, oh, man. That first game in Halo, whoo, ended off with a double kill for the win with a single grenade. Kobe. Oh, it was sick, dude. It was sick. But yeah, something I mentioned yesterday was it's bugging me a little bit that we don't have pop collar Alfred Molina. In the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, the old Sam Raimi stuff, bruh, he had a popped collar. You know, it's a little thing. It's a little thing. Let me show you. I know, I instantly got 17 million times cooler. I don't know how this works, okay? I'm not a scientist. I don't understand science. But I know that right now I'm feeling pretty badass. A little too badass. You know what I mean? Like, so badass that somebody says something to me, they might come... You know, I need to calm it down a little bit. Let's take it down a notch. Oof, okay. And we're back. So... it's not obviously not the end of the world. But it's one of those things that I'm going to definitely complain a lot about. You know what I mean? Like, just pop his collar, please. Can we get in the VFX for them to fix it up and have them to pop the collar? That would be dope. I saw somebody in chat say, you know, these look like they could be Stark Tech. They certainly have that look, don't they? They certainly have that look, don't they? I don't know. Pretty crazy. I wonder what that is about exactly. I do like the look of it, though. And then we got this one here. Some people had mentioned this looks very similar to the Lego set. You know what I mean? To the Lego set that we saw with this sort of stuff here, right? It does appear that this is somewhere in the Sanctum, somewhere where Doctor Strange is either performing this spell or holding the other villains as prisoners, okay? So, we don't fully know what it means, but it looks dope. A lot of people are looking at the Lego set and trying to sort of compare and contrast and try to come up with ideas of what it means. I think this is earlier on in the movie. This is his just regular suit, where I do think he's going to go and try to get Doc to obviously cast that spell, right? To cast the spell. So, pretty crazy, pretty fun stuff. Now, I want to talk about some of this stuff. This was stuff that's in the article, okay? Don't sue me, bro. It's in the article. They're teasing out here the idea of Riz Ifans' Lizard, Thomas Hayden Church's Sandman, Jamie Foxx's Electro, and at this early stage, Team No Way Home is in no hurry to confirm or deny these appearances. I can confirm those are rumors, Deadpan's Watts. But one cat is very much out of the bag, or more accurately, Octopus. So this is kind of interesting stuff here. I just want to read kind of this page, and we'll talk about the things that are going on here, right? So he says, I remember having discussions with Amy Pascal years ago, which, by the way, a lot of fun stuff is coming out about, from that big Marvel book. A lot of fun stuff is coming out about what the whole deal was with Spider-Man, with Marvel, how that all went down. I think we talked about this on Tuesday, right? Where Feige had a super secret meeting and he was like, everybody come to this hotel and don't tell anybody anything about what's going on. And we're gonna secretly get Spider-Man back. It's pretty interesting, right? So he says here, I remember having discussions with Amy Pascal years ago, says Feige, on bringing Spider-Man into the MCU. Do we want to revisit the villains we've seen before? No, let's do Vulture and Mysterio and characters we haven't brought to the screen before. But I remember thinking, how would you even do Doc Ock again? Because Alfred Molina is perfect casting. If you ever brought him back, it would have to be with him somehow. The full details of how and why Doc Ock is A, alive, and B, in a different universe, and C, attempting to twat? What the hell? Twat? Twat? What the hell? They put twat in this article? The living daylights out of Spider-Man with a car will be revealed in good time. Bear in mind also that he could be a phantom of some sort, or even one last Mysterio trick. But whatever the truth, for the creative team, the very act of reaching into the past and bringing back villains, some of whom, interestingly, didn't make the greatest of impacts, is an enormously bold swing. When I was first pitched the idea, I was like, wow, that would be awesome if we could pull it off, recalls Holland. But there's just no way it's going to work. You're just not going to be able to get everything or get everyone to do what they need to do. It's just not going to happen. But it did happen, and it's crazy. Okay? So that's a lot of the stuff that, like, the hype level, very high for Spider-Man No Way Home. Obviously, a lot of people. I think there's still a measure of folks out there. Oh, thank you for the VV reminder. I think there's still a measure of folks out there that are in denial about the Spider-Men, being in the movie. That's fine. I understand. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. At this point, though, most of us and most of the hardcores, right? We're like, nah, fam, like, they're totally in it. Like, I saw something, and I think I tweeted it. It was something Daniel said about how there was a scene shot where Zendaya and Ned come to the set when they didn't even have to be there, just to see the scene. Like, they were like, nah, fam, like, we're coming to see this. Are you kidding me? We can't miss this. We assume it's all the Spider-Men together, meeting up on the bridge or something like that, right? Wild. This is kind of interesting. Let's keep reading. And it could be about to get crazier. The more mathematically dexterous among you will have noticed that we've listed 5 potential villains. We just need one more to make up the Sinister Six, the legendary group of uber arseholes that Spidey has faced off time and time again in the comics. And although Holland denies that where this film is going, it's hard not to put 2 and 2 together. If there is a 6th bad guy waiting in the wings, there's no shortage of candidates. From Michael Keaton's Vulture to Paul Giamatti's Rhino, or maybe, and you might need a tinfoil hat for this one, this might be the perfect opportunity to bring Tom Hardy's Venom into the MCU. After all, the post-credit sting for Venom Let There Be Carnage saw Holland appear, albeit via archival footage, and Venom indicate that he might want to turn the spider into a tasty snack. Might that be a way of setting him up for a surprise appearance in No Way Home? You know, I'll never tell you that, laughs Pascal, who produced that Venom sequel. But it was a lot of fun to do, and we love Tom Hardy. Yeah, we do. Whether Spidey has 5 or 6 villains to battle during the course of No Way Home, one thing is for sure, he's going to need significant backup. He'll have some in the form of Doctor Strange, who steps into the shoes of Tony Stark and Nick Fury as this movie's older role model, who really shouldn't be role modeling anyone. There's a shade of the Stark relationship, says Cumberbatch. It's not as intimate to begin with because of how experienced a superhero he is. It's a strange dynamic, and it kind of shifts into something far more parental and connective, and then it shifts again. But for all Strange's wizardry, Peter will need even more muscle if he's going to find a way home, figuratively speaking. And who better to give Spider-Man a helping hand than Spider-Man? What? Interesting, huh? Rumors have swirled around No Way Home that the special guest appearance of former alum won't be limited to villains. Kirsten Dunst's Mary Jane Watson or Emma Stone's Grace Stacy or Gwen Stacy might rock up. Rosemary Harris and Sally Field could appear to be Aunt May with Marissa Tomei. And all 3 Bruce Campbell's characters. I gotta go to the... Wait, what? Where's the next page? Where's the next page? I thought it was... Oh, man. All right, well, we'll never know. We'll never know what the rest of the article is. It is lost forever. We'll never get it. We'll never know. We'll never know. Oh, wait, here it is. Let's see here. Had come a long way off their day. Oh, yeah. So this is them talking about that. The Raimi trilogy might appear. Ring announcer. Snooty Usher in the same movie. Now you're talking. And most seismically, there have been reports that Holland won't be the only Spider-Man in the movie. At some point, current Peter Parker will share the screen with Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, the actors who preceded him in the role. We could be looking at a veritable peck of Peter Parker's Spider-Mans doing whatever a spider can. The way in which these rumors have blossomed and mutated has been fascinating to watch. I agree with that. It has been fascinating to watch. Going from mere wishful thinking, hey, wouldn't it be fun if, to being treated as cold, hard fact in record time. There is now expectation amongst Spider fans that Garfield and Maguire will show up at some point in No Way Home. Rumors are fun because many of them are true, and many of them are not, cautions Feige. The danger is when you get into the expectations game of wanting people to be excited about a movie they get, not disappointed about a movie they don't get. Even Holland, who is usually a Pez dispenser of spoilers, pumping them out unbidden, is circumspect about the prospect of multiple Spider-Man. I don't know, he says simply. I'm always in the dark. If they are, no one's told me. That's such an interesting way to phrase that, right? No one told me. Yeah, because you just saw it, bruh. It happens, or it's hard not to hear some Holland's answers without the old Spidey sense of tingling. Take his action of going out of rehearsal and then prospect of which made him so nervous he mainlined 4 cups of coffee and he got there to discovered Zendaya and Jacobs. Yeah, so he was talking about this scene that he shot that he was so nervous about. He had like 4 cups of coffee, and Ned and MJ had come along on their day off. They were like, bro, do you really think we're going to miss this rehearsal? A rehearsal must have featured something or someone hugely significant. One of the coolest scenes I've ever shot, featuring Peter, Marissa Tomei, Aunt May, John Favreau, blah, blah, blah. It's 4 people sitting at a table having a conversation about what it's like to be a superhero, and it was amazing, he says. The other day, we watched the scene, my brother and I, and our jaws were on the floor. Okay, so let's stop for a second. He's likely talking about, and this is just, it is what it is here. He's likely talking about a scene where he's going to sit down with the other Spider-Man, maybe Doc Strange as well, and talk about what it's like to be a hero. Bruh. That's fantastic. You know, we've talked a lot about the possibilities, the rumors, the fun stuff that's coming. But at the end of the day, there's an opportunity there in a scene like that to really have some impactful, like emotional Spider-Man growth. I am fascinated by the prospect of Tom Holland's Spider-Man, who really feels lost at this moment, to see other Spider-Man, to hear of their past, to perhaps learn things from them. Because, you know, a lot of us, you know, people have complained about him being too attached and associated with Stark, with Strange and all this stuff. It's like, why can't he just be Peter? Like, why does he have to do all that, right? This would be an opportunity for him to still have mentor-type growth, but done by literal different versions. I got the phone. We're going to do the VV for sure. Literal different versions of himself, warning him about certain pitfalls of being a superhero, talking to him about, you know, identity and all that sort of stuff, talking to him about relationships, talking to him about, you know, how not to kill or when to draw the line, or, you know, how to balance all this sort of stuff. Fascinating for the perspective of Tom. Also fascinating from the perspective of these other movies. You know what I mean? Like, we all are curious about Tobey's Spider-Man, right? We're all curious. We all like to believe that he had some kind of life after that, that there were things he was doing that were impactful in growth of him as a character. And that's pretty cool as well. Like, getting an insight into him, into that character, into his life, where he has been, how much he has grown, you know? The current rumor is that Tobey will have aged, relatively speaking, a long time since his film. Okay, we're 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give it to me. No, don't attempt to secure an order reservation. Just give me it. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, man? I think that's it. I think that's game over. When you get the reservation thing, wait. Yo, I might have got one. Let's go. So that must be a new way that they're doing it, huh? Like they plug you in a reservation, then they go to process payment or something? Is that like a new thing they're doing? I think I got one, boys. I was actually about to like cancel out of it, where I was like, yo, if you do that, like if you get put into the order thing, it's probably over. Let's go. Got one. Powers of X number 3654 has been assigned to you. Let's go. Okay, I don't mean to gloat. I know some people didn't get one. I apologize. Look, it's rare. That's why they're rare. That's why they're valuable. It's really hard to get them. Okay, let's get back into this spider talk here. Okay, so the main idea here. Yo, Grand Admiral Dano got mint 1450. My man. That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. The thing that I think is so cool is that Tobey will have that growth. I don't think Andrew will. I think Andrew will be pretty close to the Peter that we see then and there. But it's really interesting to have that discussion. This is going to be a mind-blowing thing. Like, he's saying, like, I just watched the scene again with my brother, and it's like, that's something that I want to go back to a lot. And I'm sure the emphasis, because look, a lot of the action, a lot of the fun, a lot of the fighting, like, I'm sure the end of the movie's wild. I'm sure there's stuff that's crazy in the film. But at the end of the day, a dialogue scene like that, like, that's like a writer's wet dream. So, like, I can't imagine how much fun that was to craft, how much thought went into the specifics of that scene. And I'm expecting, because these are incredible actors, you know what I mean? These are incredible actors. I'm expecting something really, really special coming out of that scene. So that's super cool, okay? Let's keep reading. If this is No Way Home, if this is where No Way Home is going, then there is, of course, more than a touch of Pascal-produced Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse about the Enterprise. Not that this will be a live-action version of that movie. Watts movies have their own visual style, rhythm, and sense of humor. But Feige does credit that Oscar-winning animation with preparing the ground for No Way Home. Spider-Verse helped to popularize the concept of multiple universes with different characters in them, he says. But it's not about competing necessarily. It's about telling your own story. Fascinating. Fascinating answer by the man himself, Kevin Feige. Fascinating answer. That story seems to be the ultimate Spider-Man movie, with scope and scale that far outstrips any of its predecessors. We're definitely trying to be ambitious, says Watts. It's Spider-Man Endgame, he laughs as he says it, but there might be more than a hint of truth there. Because on the day Empire catches up with Holland, he's about to head off on a golfing break with his mates. But when he returns, he tells us he has one more shot to film before No Way Home can truly be done. One more day's work on No Way Home, which will be a bittersweet day. He says bittersweet? How so? Surely this can't be his last day as Peter Parker. I honestly don't know. It's the first time since I got cast as Spider-Man that I don't have a contract. And it's just really difficult for me to talk about because there are so many things I'd love to talk about that would help me embellish what I'm trying to explain, but I can't because it would just ruin the film. Pretty interesting there, huh? Whether this is a hint at Peter's fate, exhaustion speaking, or the bargaining tactic remains to be seen. It would be a surprise if having fought so hard to keep Spidey in the MCU, Holland would hang up the mask. Equally, after 6 films, he might be keen to spread his webs. If there's one thing that's been proven over the years, it's that Peter Parker can be recast. But Holland's blend of youthful vigor, charm, and endearing vulnerability makes him perhaps the definitive Peter Parker, in the same way that Alfred Molina is the one and only Doc Ock. The multiverse means they can always find a Peter Parker elsewhere. While the live-action Miles Morales is going to show up sooner rather than later, but if Sony and Disney can find a way to keep Holland around, they should. The way things are going, the multiverse might need him. Whoa. I mean, to me, there's a lot of fun stuff in this article. Like, this is really cool information. I really like knowing about this scene. I love hearing all the little hints and clues at what is to come. I love the mystery around what might be happening in the movie. I think it's pretty sweet. You know what I mean? I think it's pretty freaking sweet. So, yeah, it's sort of a fascinating event that is going on here, right? And so, let me just say this. We're not going to get into full-on spoilers here, but I do just kind of want to mention, we know a lot of things. At least we think we know, right? The NERDVENGERS here in the research wing, we've been pretty keen following all the little details, reports, insider scoops, etc., etc. We believe we have a pretty good idea of what will be happening. Chet, what the fuck, man? What do you mean? Just fix it. Fix it. Anyway, we have a pretty good idea of what we think will be in the movie. But there's still mystery there, right? Apparently they shot multiple endings. Someone's going to die. We don't know who it is. Apparently, there's the possibility of the 6th villain. There's some debate. A lot of insiders out there are like, no, there is no 6th villain. It's the Sinister Five now. But then there are other people maybe contradicting that. Peter said here, he went back for some reshoots to shoot a final thing for the film. We've heard that there's possibility of even more reshoots happening very late in the game, tweaking things for the movie before the December 17th release. Okay? So there's a lot of mystery here. I can't wait to just sit back and let this movie wash over me, see, all these different villains, see all these Spider-Men, maybe figure out some fun stuff about where they have been, where it's all going. And after this film, there will be plenty of speculation and fun to be had with talking about where it goes from here. Where does the MCU go from here? Where does Sony go from here? You know what I mean? It's pretty interesting stuff. Now, I do want to pull up an article. One more thing I want to talk about here, and then we will get into the Q's and the A's, and we will give, or we will do a drawing for an NFT. Okay, so let me try to pull up this article. Give me just a moment here. By the way, if anybody just wants to be the best Nerdvenger ever, buy me that Hot Toy Infinity Ultron. Buy me that and send it to the P.O. Box. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Okay, let's check this out. While we're on the topic of Venom, right? It's coming from Nick Santos over at the Hashtag Show. Again, I like Nick. I think he's got good sources. He's not 100% accurate. No scooper is, by the way. So I'm very interested in what this means. So let's get into this. Let's read this a little bit together, okay? It says, hello, everyone. Your friendly neighborhood Professor Hulk here. I'm about to drop some knowledge on some exciting stuff going on in the film and TV world. Last week, we shared with you details about the Birds of Prey sequel. Ugh. This week, we're talking about Venom. Agent Venom. Venom has proven to be a successful franchise for Sony, with Tom Hardy looking to eventually step back from the role a bit. Sony is looking for ways to continue the franchise without its lead actor and without the risky business of a recast. We can exclusively share that, like in the comics, the Venom symbiote will find a new host, and that's Flash Thompson. In the comics, Flash gets the symbiote and becomes Agent Venom, which was dope, by the way. If you've never read it, it is awesome. And that will more or less be the story here. At some point, Venom will separate from Eddie and will bond to Flash. However, I'm hearing this version of Flash will skip over the connection to Peter Parker and will instead focus on him being a wounded veteran who Venom bonds with. No other details are available at this time, including casting or directors, although in the outline they describe Flash as a Tom Hooper type, which is not meant Tom Hooper has been cast, but it gives the casting director and other crew an idea of what kind of actor and writers have in mind. A pair of writers recently... Feels like I got freaking symbiote in my throat. What the F? Hold up. A pair of writers recently submitted an outline that gave this information and some other brief details, although some other information includes notes of intergalactic travel. This may play off of Venom's displayed abilities in Venom Let There Be Carnage post-credit scenes. With the Venom movies in full swing, it would seem that Sony is further investing into the franchise, which should keep fans interested. Okay, so let's talk about this. I would assume this is something planned for down the line, because I believe that they still have plans with Tom Hardy's Venom, especially because it seems like they're setting up that Spider-Man fight and possibly a Spider-Verse event, okay? But it seems like what could be going on here, and this is probably very early on in the process. This might never happen, okay? This might never happen, but I do believe, Nick, in the sense that they do have creatives working on this. This type of stuff happens all the time. Spec script writing, you know what I mean? Like coming up with ideas, getting pitches, all this sort of stuff. Studios are constantly developing ideas. So I believe that it is happening. I don't know if it's going to ever fully like mature into something that, you know, will actually come out. But nonetheless, there's precedence in the comic books for it. I think it's a fair statement that Tom Hardy won't want to play Venom forever, and that they could do Agent Venom as a really fun sort of follow-up to that, depending on where they go from there. So again, I think you'll still have Tom Hardy Venom go do some stuff with Spider-Man, do some stuff in the Spider-Verse, but what a fun eventual way for them to pass the baton. And if you are a fan of Flash Thompson Venom, then you would obviously be super hyped up from this. It's very, very fun. And then eventually Venom finds his way back to Brock anyways. and then Brock becomes, you know, the Black King or King in Black at this point. You know what I mean? It's very cool. So it's a very fun possibility, just kind of showing that there's some really wild ideas being played around with and explored out there for Venom. So it's pretty freaking cool. It's pretty freaking cool. All right, I want to do something. If you do have some nerd coin, I'm about to do a little something kind of fun. You might want to go to denofnerdslive.com because I just put available on the Nerdcoin store, free shipping only in the United States. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules. It's just crazy shipping out there. This Ahsoka Funko Pop is currently available for 25,000 Nerdcoin. This Ahsoka Funko Pop could be yours. It's in the store right now. Go, buy it. Someone, go. And then this, which I really didn't want to part with, but all the DC fans are like, bro, you were so mean about fandom. Do something cool for us and shut your mouth when you're talking to me. And I was like, okay, fine. So check this out. McFarlane Toys Black Suit Superman from Zack Snyder's Justice League, one of the greatest superhero movies ever made. A travesty that it hasn't been continued or picked up by Warner Brothers. It is available on the Nerdcoin store right meow. I think it's 35,000. Let's see here. What is it? 35,000 Nerdcoin for this baby. Go check it out. Go over to the Nerdcoin store. We also have a ton of other fun stuff that I want to drop on there. And let me ask you guys something. Y'all tell me in chat right now. What is the deal with the Bosk hate? What's the deal with the Bosk hate? You know what I'm saying? What's the deal with that? Because this nice Bosk figure here has been available on the Nerdcoin store for weeks. For weeks. Ain't nobody like Bosk? Ain't nobody want Bosk? I'll tell you what, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do something right now. We have it on there for 40,000 Nerdcoin. I'm gonna adjust the price right now. I'm gonna make it 30,000 Nerdcoin. Boom! I just dropped the price on that Bosk. Nobody wants Bosk. Y'all some Trandoshan haters out there, man. Bosk is gonna be in the book of Boba Fett. Don't you understand? Don't you understand? Jeez Louise, guys. Jeez la frickin' Louise. Oh, looks like the Ahsoka is gone, and it looks like the Superman is gone as well. Let's see who got him. Yo, Kendall got the... Whoa. Okay, so Andre got the Ahsoka. Dope. And Kendall got the Superman. Well done, sir. Well done, sir. Very cool. Kendall's quick on the draw, man. Kendall's pretty quick on the draw with these. You know what I mean? So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Okay, guys, so we're going to shift into Q&A in a little bit here. So if you have a little soupy soup you want to put in there, I'll go over all the super chats that come in within reason. Get you a little bit of that sweet nerd coin, helps to support the show, etc., etc. Here, I'm going to go through these members chats here because they don't always pop up for me later. So Zachary P, member for 10 months. Thank you so much for the support. Says, love this community. I hope No Way Home piggybacks to more appearances of older Spidey who has seen some shit. He doesn't need to be a teen always, in my opinion. Agree with that. I think that is a great idea, and thank you for the love. Robe Carts with a membership for 4 months says, still think we are getting huge Marvel drop on Disney Plus Day. Probably, bro. Probably. A lot of the fun stuff that came out yesterday is likely going to be released on Disney Plus Day. I'm going to do a big video later. We didn't really dive in to all of this stuff. We didn't fully dive in to all the news that came out yesterday as far as announcements, etc., etc. I'll do a big video later today breaking all that down for you guys, so check that out on the main channel. And let's see here. Zoe, member for 2 months, says, no worries, Josh. Discovery going to green light Zack Snyder Justice League 2 and fire all them incompetent motherfuckers. Hashtag restore the Snyderverse. I hope you're right, brother. We'll see. I think Zack is kind of on to doing other things. You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm really excited for Rebel Moon. Rebel Moon, which is like his Star Wars pitch that never got picked up by Lucasfilm, that I think is going to be dope. I really like it. Oh, let's see here. Dodd's got it. Dodd's got the Bosk. Bosk has a home. Bosk, you've got a home now. Bosk, you've got a home with Dodds. Well done, Dodds. Well done. And don't worry, Kendall, I won't sign your Ahsoka live on stream right now. JK, bro. JK. Kendall's like, bro, you ain't famous. Don't sign that shit. I was like, you don't say that. But I respect his wishes. Okay, let's do... What do we got in the old vault? What do we got in the old vault here? Let me check. See what we got in here. See what we got in here. I got to double check with Ryan on which ones we have, actually. I'm not 100% on which ones we have. Which one did we give away last time? I think we still have a common Daredevil. I think. You know what, guys? We're going to do this tomorrow. I just don't want to... I don't want to do it if it's not one that we have. So we'll do an NFT raffle tomorrow for one of the juicy Marvel NFTs that we have, okay? So we'll do that tomorrow. Yeah. So we'll just finish up with some Q&A. I'll go over the supers. We'll hang in chat for a little bit. I want to know what y'all think. Want to know what's on your mind. And then we'll go from there. Woo! Let's see here. We got Juan Peralta, who joined yesterday, last night. Thank you for joining the NERDVENGERS. You are a NERDVENGER now. Robert Jones, welcome to the NERDVENGERS. Welcome back, I should say. 7 months long. Appreciate you. And again, Alfonso, thank you so much for joining up, for becoming a NERDVENGER today. Okay, so let's start getting into the supers here. Gavon Johnson with a $10 holla says, I know today's about Spider-Man, but I want to hear I want to hear what you think they should or could do with Jason Sendela's character in the Ahsoka show, assuming he's in it, and if you think Hera will be in it. Okay, let's talk about this. And Gavon, thank you for the very generous $10 holla. So I talked about this last night on the stream. Very fun possibilities coming in the Ahsoka show. One of the most recent interesting reports is about a character codenamed Riz, who is a young character, world-wise, bit of a lone wolf character in their 20s. That will be a series regular with options. I speculate that that could be Jason Sendela, and that would be very fun to see him in that show with her, to be just kind of going around and doing stuff. That would be really cool. We don't know who the character is. You know, it could be someone else. I don't think it's Ezra. Ezra will be in the show, but that's Mina Masound. So, you know, different kind of thing there. Could they do Jason? Absolutely. You know what I would really enjoy is if he was really rebellious, and when he gets a little bit older, he leaves and goes to just find his own way. Maybe goes to Lothal, you know, kind of feeling the spirit of like his father or something like that, hanging out with the Loth Wolves. Maybe there's something going on where he's just like a bounty hunter, you know, a lot like well, you know, his father was kind of like a Jedi smuggler, right? So Caleb Dune begins as a Padawan, then becomes a smuggler and is like full-on smuggler pirate type dude. He's a Han Solo dude with Jedi abilities, right? So something like that would be really fun, sort of taking a page out of Kanan's book and seeing a different version of him. That would be really cool. So that's kind of my answer for you, man. Let's see here. Angelo says, don't be a menace in New York City when you're a Spider-Man villain in the hood. This was a working title for No Way Home. Dang. They should have stuck with that. They should have stuck with that, you know. That sounds like a great title. Big Stevie W with a $5 holla says, sounds like the scene where Peter and May were interrupted on the couch. Them plus 2 Spideys equal 4. Yeah, it's possible. You know, for sure, that could be it. And May would be a really interesting one to have there because they'd all have connections to her, but like via the multiverse and their connection with their own May. And it would be kind of interesting. That would be a really fun scene, to be honest with you. So it's possible that that's what's going on. I think that scene is the police coming in and taking Peter to be questioned or something like that. That's kind of what I think it is. But it could absolutely be the scene with the Spider-Man. My personal belief is that the first time we'll see the Spider-Man is on the bridge scene, but who knows for sure? You know what I mean? We don't know. Appreciate the support. Zoe1017 says, got my first VV drop. Finally. Hashtag take my money. Thank you so much for the support, man. I'm glad you got one. Super fun stuff, man. We love the NFTs over here. We're having a good time with all that sort of stuff. By the way, if you haven't been to thedenofnerds.com, totally a great, fun site. Can get you into the crypto game a little bit. You can start earning a little bit of coin, engaging on the site. Monday, we will be doing some meme reviews, and I'll be going over the memes on the website, and I'll be purchasing some memes on Monday. And if you start to know what that means, if you start to understand the game a little bit, you might want to buy some memes up before Monday so that you get a little bit of coin. You know, could be a thing there. I don't know. But, yeah, glad you like it, Zoe. Kendall says with a $5 holla, says, I friggin' up the VV Star Wars drops. Or you're friggin' up for the VV Star Wars drops. Me too, brother. VV to the moon. Despite the fear some have about Marvel fixing the error in the Kang VV drop. Yeah, so I remember that happened like on Tuesday, right? There was something going on with that. Look, VV's not perfect. No app or company is. I do think they're making a lot of good decisions. I'm very bullish on VV. I'm very bullish on these NFTs. I have a really nice collection myself, and I'm holding on to a lot of my more valuable stuff as it I think will pop. And just like look, not financial advice, blah blah blah. But you just think about some of these things. If the world even goes a little bit in the direction to which I think it will, if the VV-verse becomes an actual thing, I mean, these early NFTs, guys, like I've got a common Spider-Man, the first ever Marvel NFT done on VV. I'm telling you, I think just a common Spider-Man, which another person bought off of the Nerdcoin store because we had another one we gave away. Well, we didn't give it away. We sold it for Nerdcoin. But, I mean, that could be big. You know what I mean? That could be a big asset moving forward, you know? Not financial advice, blah, blah, blah. Chris19 says with a $5 holla, says, joining late, about to restart the stream, so I'll catch y'all later. Love y'all and stay safe out there, NERDVENGERS. Thank you, Chris. I hope you're doing well, man. I'm having a great... Man, the vibes have been so good over here lately, man. All last week, I felt like we had great vibes. You know, this week we're having great vibes. I'm in a really good headspace. I'm making good content. We're having good streams. I was slaying in Halo last night. Like, some of you guys were like kind of trying to dog on me a little bit. I'm like, do they even know how good I was doing last night? Like, that first game was crazy, dude. Y'all did you see the snipe I had in there? I mean, that was like epic, bro. Like, you know. So we're just, you know, all the way up and only halfway up. Think about it. Fifi says, with a $5 holla, says, knowing Marvel, they won't drop the trailer till Josh has ended the stream and is relaxing. You're probably right. You're probably right. I'll end the stream. I'll go out there. I'll be playing with the pups. I'll be like thinking about what food I want. And then Feige will be like, the Iron Nerd is not at his computer streaming. Release the trailer. Dun, dun, dun. And then it comes out. And then I freak out. And literal steam starts coming out of my ears, etc., etc. So, yeah, Fifi, you're probably accurate. You're probably accurate on that. Let's see here. Leonard says, saw on IGN yesterday that Val Zod's Superman is for sure happening. Love Michael B. Jordan. Thoughts? Man, I'm bullish on it. I think that show will be really, really cool. It's a little weird to me that it is going to be a Disney Plus, or rather an HBO Max series and not a film. It is also a little odd that you have Takashi Coates and JJ doing a Superman, and you would assume it's going to be, like they've said, it's going to be a black Clark Kent, essentially, right? And we had that discussion, right, where we were like, well, yo, like personally for me, and I can't speak to the dude's mind, I think there's some evidence that he feels this way. He was on a podcast, or I think there were some gals that were on a podcast talking about this issue and Michael B's thoughts on it. But, like, look, your mileage may vary here, but there's a lot of folks, like black folk, that are like, bruh, don't race swap Clark Kent. We have black Superman. We have some really cool black Superman. Elevate that story. You know what I mean? Don't just, that's the easy way out. Let's race swap, Clark Kent. So I think Michael's beliefs align with that, and that's why he's doing Val Zod. You know what I mean? And that's dope, and I'm here for it. Dope character. I'm excited. So we'll see. Carl says, Hawkeye trailer 3 is out if you care. Okay, pause everything. Because I do care. And I'd love to get a copyright strike. So here we go. I would absolutely love to get a copyright strike. So let's do this. It's this Christmas music, man. Like, I love the vibes and stuff, but this Christmas music is like automatically you make no money. So here we go.
Can I tell you a secret? I'm working with an Avenger.
Can I speak to your manager?
Didn't realize you were supposed to bring guns.
Bro. This music, I can just feel the money evaporating from this stream. Anyway.
It's almost Christmas.
Renaissance Fair.
I can't go home.
I gotta sing over it so we don't get copy struck.
Sorry, Santa. We're out of regular arrows.
Oh my god, trick arrows?
Yo, that's fun. Trust a bro? Bruh. Bro. How can it be trust a bro? That's hilarious. Trust a bro. Bro.
We're saving the holidays.
Pizza dog.
Marvel Studios Hawkeye. First 2 episodes streaming November 24th.
Yeah.
On Disney Plus.
Okay, and then they play the other one. Dude, that's dope, man. Thanks for that, Carl. That's pretty cool, man. I am super excited for Hawkeye, man. I am super excited for Hawkeye. I think that's going to be quite a fun show. So, yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that. 2 episodes on November 24th, man. That's going to be really fun. That's going to be real fun. Thank you, Carl. Let's hear. Michael Smith says, with a $5 holla, says, I need to speak on MCU representation. Those like me are always villains. Also, always get killed off. Bald and beautiful. No hair, don't care. JK, take my money. Yeah, they don't treat the bald folks very well, do they? Is there a bald Avenger? I mean... Is there a bald Avenger? You guys let me know. Is there one? I mean, I know Charles Xavier's bald. Is there a bald boy Avenger? I don't know. Kendall says with a $2 holla, good vibes to prepare for the Eternals streams. Yeah, that one's going to be pretty fun, man. I tried not to even touch that today, but thank you, Kendall, for bringing it up like a fart in the room. Yeah, that's going to be real fun. That's going to be exciting. Look, again, I actually anticipate to really enjoy that film. But let's just take one little peek. Let's peek. You know, let's peekity peek. Let's peekity peek at what this Rotten Tomato score is. Anyway, let's keep going. I saw Joe Chill coming in with a 99-cent. Thank you for that. Logan M says with a $5 holla, says, I'm new and need some tips on Vivi. Do they have a marketplace for resale? They do. I want a Spider-Man. They do. They do have a marketplace for resale. Sometimes they close down the marketplace when a new drop comes out. You know what I mean? When a new drop comes out. So I don't know if it's currently up right now, but yeah, they have a secondary marketplace for sure. Let's hang out in the chat, guys. Let's hang out in the chat. What y'all be saying out there? Yeah. Say it loud. I'm bold and I'm proud. My man. There you go. My man. Yeah. Josh, you do realize that Rotten Tomatoes score is completely inaccurate until the movie is released. Well, I don't know if I fully agree. Here's what I will say. About that. I certainly do not think that a Rotten Tomatoes score should be the metric by which you consider your enjoyment of the film, right? But I will also tell you that the two lowest Rotten Tomatoes score Star Wars movies are Attack of the Clones and Rise of Skywalker. Rise of Skywalker is bad. Attack of the Clones is also bad. When Rise of Skywalker managed to get the lowest Rotten Tomatoes score of any Star Wars movie ever, I don't think it's just the fact that the movie had that low of a Rotten Tomatoes score. It was that the expectation juxtaposed against the score is really interesting. So when it comes to Eternals, it's actually not that the score itself is so low. It's that our expectations of this movie, and I think a lot of, for critics, but also just for us fans, we're expecting a masterpiece. We're expecting something unique, refreshing, insanely good. And for it to be now the lowest Rotten Tomatoes scored movie in the MCU's history. I mean, think about that. That's what it is. It's like, okay, so we have the lowest Rotten Tomatoes score of any MCU movie ever. And it's the next one that comes out. That's really where the problem is. You see what I mean? So here's another thing that might shock you. I actually like Thor: The Dark World. I actually think Thor: The Dark World is underrated. Some of you guys are probably like, no way, fam, Thor: The Dark World is trash. You know what I mean? I don't think so. I like Thor: The Dark World. There's a lot of stuff that I like in Thor: The Dark World. By 1%? I mean, brother, it's at 63% right now. So it's 3% lower, AJ, and it could go even lower. I'm not trying to fight. I'm not trying to, poo-poo. Nah. But, I mean, let's call a spade, y'all. Like, is this a good sign? Because some of you guys are like, who cares? Oh, bitch, please. You'd be the same people being like, let's go, if it was like a 99. You'd be the same people that would be like 99. Oh my God. And then you would grab it and like start to go talk to it, like all your friends and show everybody and be like, it's a 99%. It's going to be the best thing ever. But you can't do the opposite. You can't consider the possibility that this score means something. Oh, it does mean something. Oh, it does mean something. Again, I think I'm actually going to love the movie. I think I'm going to love it. I think I'm going to come out and be like, yo, this movie is titties. Oh my God, I love this film. You know what I mean? I personally think I will be that guy. Look, I don't know for sure. But if the exposition is the certain stuff that I think it's going to be, and it's basically like talking about, like if the movie is talking about all this other stuff, then my MCU brain can sort of be like, oh, so we'll do this and we'll do this and we'll do that and this. And oh man, that's so dope. I'm going to like it. I might love the lowest Rotten Tomatoes score movie that there ever was. Not that there ever was, that Marvel ever was. So, hey, look, I didn't even want to talk about it. You guys made me talk about it. This is your fault. This is your fault, NERDVENGERS. What else you guys want to talk about? Kendall brought it up because Kendall's like this. Kendall's sitting back like this right now. He's like, this is the content I came for. Like he's loving it. You know what I mean? Oh, and let me just say one thing too. On this point. I think it is laughable that a lot of people are talking about it getting review bombed for LGBT stuff. Bro, I'll tell you one thing that absolutely disgusts me, and it's just a personal thing, is this using of identity politics or like a very triggering thing to sort of hide behind, right? Like, bro, nobody gives a fuck about a bunch of dumbasses review bombing a movie for LGBT stuff. Nobody cares, dude. We can clearly see that is what it is. And I hate this thing that I see going on Twitter where like some people are trying to make that the story. Bro, the story is, that's not the story. That's not a story. Who cares? Who cares? That's not the story. And I hate that idea that some people might be like, oh, bro, people don't like it because it has representation in LGBT stuff. Yeah, sure, maybe some fucking people. You think the Hollywood Rotten Tomato official reviewers, do you think that's where their mind is at? Like, bruh, shut up. Nobody cares about review bombs about that shit. It's not a story. Nobody cares. Oh, there are shitty humans on the planet. Yeah, there are. Anyway, that's how I feel. Like, if the movie's not good, like, here's the thing. Let me ask you guys a question. Do you think... I know, right, Mike? This is what happened. This is why I didn't want to do it. Do you think... Let me just ask you this. Do you think that I will not tell you exactly how I feel about Eternals? Just put it into the chat. Do you think there's a chance in hell that I'm going to come out here and not tell you guys exactly how I feel about this movie? If I think the movie is bad, it will have nothing to do with anything other than the movie itself not working for me personally. And that's all. That's it. You see what I mean? So, yes, you shill. Eternals is now a trigger. Noted, bro. I knew Eternals was a trigger. I knew it was a trigger when we did that stream It was like last week, maybe 2 weeks ago when the social media reviews came out. And all I wanted to say was I wanted to point out that even though people were very positive on it, there were some really interesting things being said. And I didn't feel like the social media reaction and that wave was accurate to what people were actually thinking about the movie, right? We brought up Real Rejects dude and his sort of thoughts on this, where he was like, bro, this is not what I am hearing. You know what I mean? Sean Chandler didn't like the movie. Real Rejects didn't like the movie. It is what it is. You know what I mean? It's not the end of the world. We're not going to take our Marvel toys, pull them apart, throw them in the trash. Everybody calm down. Everybody calm down. Michael Smith says, Josh, I need you to shave your head in order to feel truly represented. Need this by tomorrow. No way, bro. I'm sorry, it ain't happening. It ain't going down like that. Have you seen these locks? You know what I mean? Come on now. Alfonso says, Josh, before you go, thoughts on Buzz Lightyear trailer? Feels like a franchise in the making. It looked really cool, man. It looked really cool. We watched it on the stream last night. I had not seen it until that. Oh, no. We didn't. I watched it. Somebody on Discord told me about it, and then I watched it. I was like, dude, this is really cool. So it seems really weird. It's like a movie about the real. It's a movie about the real person that the toy is based off, I guess. Something like that. So, yeah. I think it's cool. I think it's real cool. Thank you for the love. All right, everybody. Much love. I won't be here during the Eternal Shit Show. Stormy, yes, you will. Like, I'm just gonna be real with you. You'll be here. Like, I understand what you're saying, but you'll be here. You will. Masma says, as a member for 7 months at the Prime level, holy mother loving love of mothers, that's a lot of support. Says, if you shave your head, it comes back fuller. That's my opinion. Is there a place I can put it on the interwebs to trigger people? Yes. Yes. In fact, now I'm triggered by it. Yo, I used to do crew cuts. I used to do crew cuts a lot back in the day. You know what I mean? And then I was like, you know what? My shit is beautiful. I gotta let it grow out. You know what I mean? We doing a NERDVENGERS stream today? Yes, sir, we are. In about an hour and 15 minutes at 1 p.m., we will be doing a NERDVENGERS stream. Stream. All right, everybody. Much love tonight. I'm going to get out of here. Y'all take care of yourselves. I'll see a lot of you very soon. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Thanks for the vibes. Thanks for triggering everybody and making it all weird in here about Eternals. It's all. Hey, look, like we can have differences of opinions. We can get along. Everybody in the tower, well, most of the people in the tower are pretty cool. We can have different opinions. It's okay. It's okay. All right, everybody. As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video. Billy the Kid. Wait, hold up. Billy the Kid, welcome to the NERDVENGERS. You are a NERDVENGER now. Okay, bye. Is everybody gone? Did everybody leave? I thought we were gonna make it out. I thought we were gonna get out of here without talking about the Eternals, man. I'm telling you guys, hey, no lie. I think I'm gonna love that movie, bruh. Like, I feel like the movie's kind of made for me. I mean, it's a Zack Snyder film, first of all. You know what I mean? It's got all this crazy action, anime type deals, you know. Whew. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm gonna get out here. Watch. Oh, you know what's gonna be crazy? This is what might happen. This would be wild. What if Stormy hates it? What if Stormy hates it? And I'm like, dude, this is awesome. Wouldn't that be some shit? Yeah. Woo. Stormy's gonna be like, that movie was trash. I'm gonna be like, you a hater, dog. You a hater. Yeah. Oh, what a beautiful world we live in, huh? All right, much love, guys. It was a good one, like always. Because of you. All right, everybody. See you soon. Bye.